Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to a new video, and this entire makeup look is going to be in a separate makeup look video, so stay tuned for that because that will be uploaded right after this whole video. This review video, and this is a long-awaited review video from you guys because I actually had to refilm this, and this is my second time refilming this because the original got corrupted along with my memory card. So yeah, I had to redo this entire review, and I'm gonna say that my first review and second reviews will always be different. I feel like the second review is a lot more better because I had a lot more time to try it out, and hence it gives me more kind of information and advice or just anything to inform you guys in terms of reviewing these products. So just to get straight into it, because there isn't really much to really kind of say about these products, but today I'll be reviewing the Etude House Zero Sebum mini series and collection, and as you can see there are 3 products here. We have the White Sebum Clear, the All Day Matte Gel, and the drying powder. I'm someone who has combination to oily skin, and for me my T-zone area is just a problem, and I don't know how it is for other people, but my nose just gets so oily that my makeup in the nose area just doesn't last long at all throughout the day, and like within an hour it gets oily. And I've been trying out different products, and I've been using my blotting papers, and of course the Innisfree No Sebum mineral powder that I do love, but lately it's been having its own competition, which is the Zero Sebum drying powder. And yeah, basically I can just tell you guys that this is more suitable for people who have oily to combination skin type, because this targets towards you guys with helps you know, controlling your sebum, which is or sebum. I don't know how you guys would pronounce it, I don't know, but basically the sebum in your skin is pretty much the oil that's, you know, in your pores, and pores is pretty much everywhere in your face, but places that tends to be a little bit more bigger and a little bit more obvious is definitely in the parts that's oilier in your skin. So for me it's definitely the nose. I will tell you guys that even though you guys can't see it from camera, but my pores around the nose are pretty big. I wouldn't say they're large, but they're, you know, pretty big that it's obvious, especially when they're accentuated from drying products. And in the chin area, you can definitely see that when you do that weird kind of face like that, you guys would be able to see your pores over here. And then for me, the bridge of my nose, so just basically the T-zone area. And yeah, I wanted to try these products out because, you know, for a person who has problems with oily T-zone area, it was really intriguing. So I got my hands on it straight away, and you guys saw it in my whole video. And yeah, I got all 3 because I thought, why not? They're not really that expensive to me. I'd say they're affordable, so I got all 3. And yeah, we'll start with whichever one goes first with terms of steps of using. So the first product that I'll be reviewing is the Etude House Zero Sebum White Sebum Clear, and packaging, it's just in a little kind of cylinder kind of packaging. And what I love about it is that it has a pump. It's just 1, hygienic, and 2, it allows an even distribution of you being able to control the amount of product you use. And this product is basically the prepping kind of product. And like I mentioned before, how you see your pores, especially when they're a little accentuated, to kind of like prep those like pores, this is a product, and you just pump like 1 to 2 pumps depending on, you know, how oily your skin can get. And you do this right after cleansing and before you do your makeup, so it is a prepping kind of product. And you just apply it, you massage it onto your chin, and then whatever parts of your face is oily, so mine's T-zone, and a little bit here on like the cupid's bow and cheeks, and a little bit in between the eyebrows and forehead. And then you let that set for a good 1 to 2 minutes, max like 3 minutes, and then you could rinse that off with lukewarm water. And basically that's how you use the product. And what I love about it is that since it is a prepping kind of product, it just really helps with kind of controlling those pores, you know, on the parts that gets oily in your face. And because sometimes they can look really accentuated with makeup, for me it bugs me a lot how the pores on my chin are pretty much accentuated when you would see me in person. And now that there's a product that can actually kind of control that and kind of melts the pores or the sebum in those pores, it's really great because it just makes its appearance less visible. And I could say that it kind of reminded me of the Missha, it's a product that I have, Super Aqua Melting Blackhead Oil Gel. Its purpose is pretty much similar, you know, it just helps melt the you know, whiteheads in your skin. And yeah, that's basically how it works, and I am actually quite impressed with it and how it works. So it was really interesting to try this out because there isn't really any kind of skincare products here in Australia that I know of that's affordable, that works like this, that helps kind of, you know, melt your whiteheads and just makes them, you know, look less visible and minimize them, and it just helps your skin with being less oily throughout the day. So that's really a great product for, you know, starters and a prepping. And yeah, so next is the All Day Matte Gel, and this is just a translucent matte gel kind of formula. So quick tip for people who have oily skin or combination skin is that a gel-based product works really great for our skin types because they don't contain any oil, or they'll contain really minimal amount of oil in their ingredients and in the products. So that's really great because honestly, if we were to use any moisturizers that have you know, oils in them, it just wouldn't work for our skin because we already have oil skin. So oil on oil just really doesn't work, and that could just lead you to having more oilier skin throughout the day. And if you have acne prone skin, it could lead to, you know, breakouts. So to avoid any situations like that, any gel base is great. And yeah, that's just a quick tip. So anyways, all about this gel, pretty self-explanatory. It claims to remove sebum oil for all day matte skin. And out of the three, this is the product that I was most anticipated of. Basically, I haven't really seen any kind of primers that claim to do any, you know, strong mattifying kind of things. I'm pretty sure there are mattifying primers, but since this is from Etude and from the new series, I thought why not try this out, because I have been looking for an affordable kind of matte kind of gel. So it's a transparent gel, and you know, it's like a primer. You just apply this onto your face, you know, T-zone, forehead, chin, just for me, all the areas that's oily for me. So it's really self-explanatory. There isn't really much to say about it, but in terms of how it works, I love how it does mattify your skin. For some people, I've read reviews and it doesn't exactly, you know, completely mattify their skin, but it really depends on how oily the person's skin is. Now for me, I don't really have an oily surface around this part of my face. It's mainly the T-zone area. So when I applied it in the T-zone area, I could definitely see how much the gel was able to mattify my T-zone area. And of course, using this underneath your makeup makes your makeup last so much longer. I wouldn't say it's like 10 times, I would say like probably like 5 times. So that's still big because, you know, it lasts like 2 to 3 more hours than how your regular makeup would last without this kind of product. And you don't really need a lot of product to apply on for it to work and to control the oil in your skin. Since it is a primer base and you apply this before you do your, you know, actual makeup, it really does even out your complexion. It makes the surface feel more smooth, and of course it makes your skin look matte. So for those who really love matte finishes and for those who just have really oily skin, I would definitely recommend this because it just really helps tame down the oils in your skin. Now last is the drying powder, and as you can see, everyone would straight off the bat think of the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder. And yes, when I actually thought of not getting this because I already have the Innisfree Mineral Powder, but now that I'm actually like more than halfway done of using that powder, I thought why not try this out. And I'm gonna say that they do work pretty similar because they are, you know, drying powders that help absorb and, you know, remove excess oil in our skin. And the powder is really fine, and it just makes, you know, your skin look really flawless, and it kind of blurs out the pores in your skin as well. So that's really great because it just makes your skin and overall appearance look flawless. And yeah, I love using this as a blotting kind of powder and a setting powder and just everything because it makes it all matte and it just makes your skin look really smooth. And packaging wise, it's a little bit bigger than the Innisfree. It has a puff here and then it has the holes, so it's like that. The puff's actually pretty dirty. And yeah, using this product is pretty self-explanatory. I would say that, you know, this could be travel friendly, but if you're a person who really dislikes having all that loose powder, you know, as a mess, unfortunately they don't have a kind of pressed, the powders everywhere, the pressed type like the Innisfree, so they only have the loose kind of powder types. But that's okay because I actually really enjoy this powder. These guys might be questioning which one would I prefer out of the two powders, either the Innisfree or the Etude House. I would have to say this. Innisfree, it has more of this white grayish tone that just doesn't go well with my medium complexion and my overall, you know, warm tone. I just don't really like how it looks on my skin. But if you had paler skin, for sure you would be able to pull it off, and because it works great, so I do love that. But in terms of its overall finish of color, even though it's translucent, it just doesn't really look that great on me. While this one, on the other hand, is also a white powder, but it looks a lot more translucent, and as you can see, it just blends in really well. Both powders are really fine, but since this has more of a translucent kind of finish and no color on my skin, I prefer this a lot more. So yeah, since the powder is so fine, my skin feels really smooth. So I do really like this drying powder, and I wasn't really expecting much from this, but it has met my expectations, and I would also recommend this product. So out of the three, I would definitely recommend, if you guys had to choose, if I had to recommend one product, I would recommend the All Day Matte Gel, just basically because it's such a unique product and it actually does help with controlling the oil in your skin and just makes your makeup last a lot more better throughout the day. And then second would be the drying powder. Reason for that, it's because everyone has their own preferences in terms of powders and setting powders. So, you know, this is just a very close number two. But for me, lately, I haven't been really using a lot of powdered foundations anymore, like my MAC. I've been using a lot of, like, you know, translucent kind of setting powders. So yeah, this is number two. And the third, I wouldn't say that this isn't really necessarily important, but this also works great. But at the same time, it's a product that's just like, you know, rather than using it every day, it's just like for those days where you feel like your pores are just too much. And like sometimes there's those days where your skin or your pores are like really accentuated, and you know, to quickly fix that up and solve that problem, this is that handy product to help, you know, control those oils and melt them away. So that's basically it for the review. I kind of feel like I didn't really review a lot or was like really informative, but really each product was pretty self-explanatory. Demonstration wise, pretty simple and easy. There isn't much to say besides positive things, and you know, if you've been doubtful of this product and you've just been waiting for a review, it's safe to say that all three are positive and great. So yeah, you guys can finally check those products out if you've been waiting to check them out. And yeah, as usual, don't forget to comment down below if I missed out on anything in terms of the review, and I will try my best to reply ASAP. And what else is there? If you tried it, let me know what you guys think about it, because I too am also curious how it worked for you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!